Hello everyone and welcome to the first annual Giving Up Halfway League Draft Selection Show. What a mouthful.
That's what she said.
This year is like none that we've ever experienced, and in true relevance to the current times, I thought it important to bring us all together to a place that we call the Internet. As I mentioned, this is the first annual draft selection show, so expect future shows each year to announce our draft order. Also, to show how much weight I've slowly but steadily gained. Before we get to tonight's events, let's take a look back at our most recent season. For that, we're going to go to our local correspondent who's going to report on something we could have just as easily looked at the league home screen for. Moose? 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 I'm sorry, bud, we can't hear you. You must be having some technical difficulties. Alright, we'll try again later. That comes to no surprise to me because we're pretty low budget. Let's just do a quick recap. Some of the main highlights included a tall victory from former league member Travis Potts. Not a short feat at all for the owner. This year, however, his spot has been replaced by new owner Ryan Hollingsworth. The former mayoral candidate hopes to bring that winner's mentality to the league, which honestly, for the rest of us, would be really annoying. On a similar note, Team Booty Hole, owned by Baker Stanley, is also seeing a change in ownership this year. Surprise, surprise, another white football owner. In comes Alex Fox. A true champion, hopefully not, but possibly. Team Booty Hole was my personal nemesis last year, so Alex, this year, it's you that I hate, and I'm not sorry. In last place last year was good old Ethan Moyer. The owner of a Golden Taint, as well as a team named Golden Taint, he hopes that this year will not be another Golden Taint on his resume. Now, at the risk of just saying things that just come to mind, let's just move on to the main event. So let's break down how we're going to select this year's draft order. In years past, we just left it up to the fantasy gods. This year, however, we're going to grab our draft order by the balls.
Literally!
Here, we have a bingo ball basket. Here, we have a bingo ball basket. Each of you is going to be assigned a number 1 through 10. I'll get to what that number is shortly. But I'm going to drop all 10 balls into the basket, give it a spin, and the balls will fall out in a totally random order. As each ball falls out, I'm going to pick it up, show you the number, and announce who has received what pick. Now, let's look at what number belongs to you. As I said before, each of you will be assigned a number 1 through 10. This number will be based on your overall position from last year's league season. Those of you who have replaced a previous owner will be assigned the number that belonged to them. Now remember, your number will not represent your draft position. It is just the number that belongs to you. With that being said, here are your numbers. Number 1, Alex. Number 2, Marissa. Number 3, Wes. Number 4, David. Number 5, Ethan Winkler. Number 6, Ryan. Number 7, Cece. Number 8, Casey. Number 9, Sydney. And number 10, Ethan Moyer. Before we begin, I want to make very clear that I will be making the pick selection in reverse order, starting with 10, finishing with number 1. This is to remain true to similar draft selection shows, so that the first pick is the grand finale. You know, like suspense and stuff. So without further ado, let's begin. The 10th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to Number 2, Marissa. The 9th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 5, Ethan Winkler. The 8th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 6, Ryan. The 7th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 3, Wes. The 6th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 8, Casey. The 5th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 7, Cece. The 4th pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 1, Alex. The 3rd pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 4, David. The 2nd pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 9, Sydney. With that being said, the number 1 pick in the 2020 Giving Up Halfway draft goes to number 10, Ethan Moyer. So here it is, our official 2020 Giving Up Halfway League draft order. Securing the number 1 spot is Ethan Moyer, followed by Sydney at the number 2 spot, and David coming in at number 3. Followed by Alex, Cece, Casey, myself, Ryan, Ethan Winkler, and finally, Marissa. And there you have it. Let the season begin. I look forward to another year of fun with you all. Whether it be myself losing 16 different players to injury, Marissa and David having a rivalry for some reason, Sydney drafting Baker Mayfield, Wink naming his team after sexual innuendos, or Casey having 80% of the Panthers roster on his team. We know it's going to be a great season, no matter what. So, have fun and keep an eye out for weekly videos. That's right, weekly videos. I'm really bored. See you next time.